Duskwood has found herself safety, sanctuary for the evening. In her pack resides a dust that has the potential to improve her mental abilities. That, and she has a new desire to work on some of her other spell techniques. As ever, there's a constant battle between the need to progress in knowledge or in her own goals. Yet that knowledge, that practice, that can help her better survive as the world evolves and changes around her. And so it is. With that, we begin a night of study, practice, and perfection. It's time to get to work, Dusk. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. No Hope, where we have ourselves a nice little cabin here. We've stopped concentrating on all our abilities for the moment, as I'm going to want to try and see what we're actually going to be able to practice here. So for the moment, let's maybe just go and drop our rucksack off, leaving it on the couch there for the moment, and let's get a little bit of light. We'll be taking off that Kevlar vest too. Now, we're close enough to our bag here that we should be able to access all of the various different types of dust that we encountered in the last episode. And oh yeah, there's a lot that we can look at here. Mega kinesis was something that I was really wanting to attempt. Contemplate your powers and improve your ability to move truly enormous amounts of weight. So that will allow us to throw back much, much larger creatures. So I think we're going to try and spend a little bit of time getting this ability underway. Meditating as she does. How am I not surprised? We're immediately interrupted by a zombie necromancer. I swear, nothing saw us come into this place, but we are close to a town, so I suppose it's within reason that something might have witnessed us. There's no way the light would have got out of here. Regardless, we have a necromancer that is in here with us now. Let's drop that Kevlar vest and turn around and put this thing down. Let's get that Kevlar vest back on, as that's going to extinguish the light. And oh boy, they came through the kitchen window in a place that was once safe, no longer is. And Kevlar Brute. Okay, well, let's go for the acidic zombie first of all, knocking that down to the ground, turning around and facing the Kevlar Brute. Dusk sends it flying, shattering its armor. She does it yet again as the creature falls dead. The Snot Gobbler was deadly. Blinding Dusk for a moment there. Let's just step towards the glass and just continue to swing around us while we are blinded like this. But I think that might be it. No doubt there are going to be others around here. And I suppose we're actually in a position now that using some of these smartphones that are on the ground might actually tell us a little bit more about the world around us. Let's do it. We're going to have a look at the smartphone here. We're going to activate it. We'll just have to put Dawn away first to be able to do that. Okay, so we're going to check the system and check the local map application. Fantastic. We found a cached map in the application and noted it. Good. Apparently it is from far away. We'll see about that. Looks like we've got another friend who is making their way on over here. They would have heard the Snot Gobbler exploding, but they no doubt also heard something else that caused them to try and make their way over here. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that map revealed a lot more to us. Okay. So we can see all the way down to Brooklyn, and we can also see a mall here in Hadley. Well then, I wouldn't say we were looking at utilizing that. And oh, I just realized that the Forge of Wonders up here, it is grayed out. I'm relatively sure that this is the Forge of Wonders that everyone died at. Oh, we also have a rolling trash can down here as well, from what we can remember. So making it to the Forge of Wonders today is certainly on my list of things to do. But right now, I really wouldn't mind actually having some time to study. So we're going to head back outside. And we're just going to do a little bit of a loop. We're going to make sure that there isn't anything else around here right now that wants to try and dive through the windows. There is a staring eye. There is a staring eye to the northeast. Okay, it's quite far away right now. I'm going to hope it stays that way. We can see a few things attacking it at the moment. Oh, and we fell asleep briefly. Okay, let's get back inside. We're going to get back inside and we're going to have to try and find another room. One that's maybe more secluded. The bathroom. Yeah, it's just going to have to do for now. We'll take that molly sack and let's go move on down there. Yeah, we're just going to be sitting here for now, I think. Let's take the Kevlar vest off. All right, and Dawn, we are going to put away. And our pack, we're just going to leave down towards the side for now. Okay, Dusk, are we going to be able to continue that? Also, oh, yeah, let's eat some beech nuts first. Oh, and we throw up heavily. Because of the bile stink. Of course. Now, did we end up learning freshen up? Let's see. Oh, we need a mirror for freshen up, right? Yeah, okay. Oh no, we just need water or soap. Which, really? Do we not have access to any of those things? I feel like there's water. Yeah, there is water in here. Is it frozen? Nope. There is water there. And do we have soap beneath the sink? No. No, we do not. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, but we have a load of liquid soap in here. So how do we not have access to those then? Okay, let's get the rucksack. Let's just wield one of those ceramic bowls for now, because we're going to put water into there. Ceramic bowl, there we go. And we're just going to grab one of these things of soap. At least I'm going to try to. And we'll see if we can actually cast the spell. So, all right, liquid soap. We've got some down here. We'll just grab all these bottles for now. I will drop them afterwards. And let's see. Yeah, freshen up. Okay. We can cast it. Well, we can try. We need our hands free to be able to do it. So if I drop the bowl of water over there, we can no longer cast it. So it's not like a radius thing. We need to actively have that in our inventory for us to be able to cast it, which is strange, but okay. And of course, the ceramic bowl would spill. So the answer then is to pour water into the glass flasks for now. I know we could also use our endless teapot. Well, let's just try this for now. Okay, well, we attempted to, and we are hearing more noises from outside, so let's just go draw Dawn and go deal with that noise. I swear, they always seem to arrive just that little bit later. I mean, they've got to be around here somewhere, right? Okay, let's try this again. Freshen up. Just as soon as we put Dawn back away. Hey, there we go. We actually cast it for the first time. We have been freshened up. Well, actually, no, we still have bile stink, so the spell did absolutely nothing for us. Cleans your teeth, sweetens your breath, removes stains and sweat from your clothes, exfoliates you, and gives you volume back to your hair. I do wonder if it would clean anything that we're wearing, so say if it was tainted, if it would clean it. That's literally the only effect that I could see the spell having. Outside of that, really not that, well, it's not useful in the slightest. So we're going to unload that flask of water, pouring it on the ground. We'll just back into here for now. And all that soap can go back. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, there is a strong chance that we're going to hear others coming for us. I'm just going to wait a little bit. Of course. All right. Who's here now? Hello. Anybody else? Yep, there's certainly somebody else out there. So, do you want to just make your way on over here? I'm going to keep the vest off for now, just so things can see us. So if they are around, they are actually going to come for us and not just play this little game of hide and seek. Anybody? No? Can we start practicing our abilities? I like that it's just a mild nuisance for Dusk at this stage. She has come a long way. All right, let's get that pack dropped off again. I want to make sure that we're not dropping it onto the actual loo itself because there's water there. There's always a chance that things could dissolve. Okay, so we may still have some practice that is in progress if it was working like a crafting thing, but that doesn't look like that's the case. Unless, of course, we dropped it. Nope, we didn't. Okay, all right. So let's just try and recraft, start meditating, and see where this goes. Well, that's an interesting one. We just failed a mission. Faction succession. Oh, well, okay. For one thing, we just heard a load of noise, but in amongst there, this is a big concern. Dusk's radiation badge changed from green to blue. She's been wearing a radiation badge for a little while now. We are irradiating ourselves. So us staying in an area like this for any given time, we're irradiating everything around us. That is not a good thing. That is a very bad thing. Oh boy. I cannot wait to be back in our laboratory. Look, as much as I wish for us to spend time practicing our abilities right now. I think we need to keep moving, or at the very least we need to get time moving so that it's nighttime again, so that we can actively get moving. First of all though, we are going to need to get our lifting field up and active. Then it's time for us to grab our pack. Alright, that's sunlight. Okay, so ideally, well I was going to say ideally we don't fight anything just yet. That's okay. Let's get Dawn out. That Predator will come for us. Man, that's an awesome leap on that thing. But it didn't stand much of a chance. They are deadly creatures in general, because they make it very difficult for you to be able to get away from them. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Yep. So, I think just in general, Dusk has learned that she cannot stay in the proximity of cities. Even if she's on the outskirts of them, she will be found. Let's go delete that note because it's not really relevant anymore. And, well, we're gonna let these things kind of filter on over towards us, and we're gonna try and kill as many as we can. Just standing in the shadows here. That's a necromancer down. That's a soldier down. Okay, and now we've got raven folk that are making their way in towards us. Oh boy. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we don't want to actually fight all of them because we were crushed against the walls then, just by how many there were. So we're going to start moving. We're going to close that door behind us for a second. I'm going to have a breather because we were feeling a dull sense of pain back there. Our abilities were being limited. And you know what? I think Dawn was pulled from us back there as well. Yep, no longer able to wield Dawn. So one of them grabbed Dawn off of Dusk. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be fighting here then. So, let's change from brawling over to Tai Chi, and we are going to get to work. Dusk, using her bare hands, well, I say bare hands, her claws, her vines, her horns, her teeth. She will use all of these things to kill her enemies. Okay, that zombie hollow trying to take strikes at us, so we need to kind of lure it in like this. Thankfully, we are going to be using less stamina when we are using our fists, because we're not swinging some big heavy object around. I really want to get back towards that object though. Well, at least in this position right now, we're able to kind of wait a bit and get some stamina back. Let's just see how far we can push that. Okay, pretty far before we see a tough zombie through the window there. Alright, let's send it back through. Good job, Dusk. And let's do the same again. Oh boy, and there's a lot of them there, and that's a spitter. I'm not upset to see that though, because if we could get that spitter to do just that, spit on the ground, that's a load of acid that our enemies are going to be standing in while they are trying to fight us. We're also surrounded by acid as well, so that also works in our favor. That bile is not so nice. But what are you going to do? Let's just wait until something appears. Alright, well we already have a way past, and oh boy, there is just so many there. If this clears, we'll try and run in and grab Dawn. Let's just see though, there's a zombie elf there now, and oh boy, we've got some thick smoke. So let's see if we can quickly cast air bubble. And sure enough, we can, and it's on the ground. Just like a lot of things, it doesn't seem to immediately get placed onto us, which is unfortunate, but okay. Alright, we've got a huge boomer that's coming for us now, so let's pivot around to this location here and start striking at our foes. We're going to start to try and see if we can make our way on over towards where Dawn is. Take a step back. We don't want to get overwhelmed here, and that's kind of what's happening. Ashen Brawler is down. So we've got smoke on our side right now. We can breathe clearly. These things can't. Often they don't need to. The huge boomer is a little bit of an issue. Let's just try and push through for now. So Dawn would have dropped around here somewhere. Can we see it anywhere? Let's see. Dawn. Okay, Dawn is close. So we're going to try and see if we can wield that. Alright, we got Dawn back in hand. We're going to change back to brawling. And we're going to take a swing. And another swing. As we can see, Dawn is far more efficient than Dusk is with her own hands, and I think we've got nearly all of these things dead now. Okay. Geez, we were talking about killing 100 zombies yesterday for our friend. Dusk may well have achieved that already, just in this cabin alone. Let's just wait here by the door. We need to be able to see before we do anything else. Okay, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. So, we're hungry, we're thirsty, we need to move on. Or we need to find somewhere that we can rest actively. That's a lot of blood. So something ran away from here, or something led all those zombies to here, some people led out. Before we go any further, well, I would love to eat some beech nuts, but we're not feeling good right now, so that ain't gonna happen. I think we're just gonna have to put Dawn away for the moment. And let's see if we have an umbrella active. We do. Let's go and unfold you. We're gonna change over to Force Unarmed, just so that we're not gonna use the umbrella to attack. And a Sleepwalker zombie. I don't like the idea of that exploding near us, so I'm gonna try and see if we can leave that behind, because, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good gas. Okay, into the home we go. I don't think... This home might have a basement. Yeah, no, okay. I was worried that it was going to be a split property and then it wouldn't, but we may be able to find something here. Okay, yes, we have an upstairs and a downstairs. I'm going to put my money on downstairs for now. There is a tentacled zombie down here. Alright, and another young one. So this may be a safe space for us, or we may just have the dead collapsing the roof above us to try and get down to us, because they have been tenacious recently. Okay, we're going to collapse this umbrella and we're going to go and put that back away. Okay. That definitely can go back into our inventory. We may just have to force it. There we go. Okay. No, we can't. Okay, well, I know that's definitely a lie. Yeah, that's a peculiar one. For some reason, it doesn't want to fit in anywhere right now. That's okay. We will come back to that in time. We'll also eat in time as well, because right now we can't do much else. We're no longer nauseous though, so I guess we will eat now actually. Oh no, we throw up heavily. Okay, that really didn't last all that long. Okay, so I think we're actually just going to try and meditate now, because really there ain't much else we can do, apart from the fact that we are now missing dust. Okay, we still have our rucksack. I guess we just used all of the dust that we had. That is very unfortunate. And that does mean that this will be, okay, still entirely possible, because we have the dust necessary. Alright, never believe what it tells you. Oh, okay, and out of nowhere, a boomer has grabbed us. So, I'm assuming, well, it wouldn't have fallen through the floor. I guess it walked up towards us. It's just strange that we didn't see it until it was here. Really strange. And unfortunately, I feel like whenever we, have to restart this meditation, we may be using new dust. I can't be sure. We are yet again covered in more boomer bile, which means that we aren't going to be able to eat. I think what I do want to do is make sure that we aren't concentrating on anything anymore though. Okay, alright. So, Dusk, we're gonna get back to it, I think. Oh, there we go. Suddenly it all comes together. You've unlocked Mega Kinesis. Okay, so let's have a look at that under Awakened Telekinetic. We have Mega Kinesis at the top. Telekinesis on a grand scale. This power allows you to move truly enormous amounts of weight, hurling a human-sized target at lethal speeds or picking up and throwing something monstrously large. The amount of weight you can move is dependent on the power level. So that's going to be far better than us just using Force Shove, because we're throwing human-sized things at a way better speed. So leveling this up, I think, is going to be important for us to do. Channeling time is 19 seconds right now, which is not good. So I'm assuming that'll improve a lot, because Force Shove is quite far along. Also, we are doing the extended channeling thing currently, which we can turn off. So if we just go back to our regular channeling, ooh, that's interesting. We have a tune down the bottom there, and we can see a symbol. I didn't notice that before. So let's have a look at that now. 75 moves for Mega Kinesis, and Force Shove is 10 moves. So fast stuff. And that can certainly get faster. I think before we try and study that anymore, we are going to knock back some of these nuts. Nearly 6,000 calories should do it for now. And then we're just going to go and activate our teapot. Just get some nice green tea, which, yes, it is a stimulant, so that's maybe not always perfect. Oh, we are actually full at this stage. Okay. I'll make sure we come back to that. We'll just leave that to the side for now. And let's have a look at practicing that Mega Kinesis further. Another one that I was trying to learn was the hacking interface. I think it's hacking interface. It's hacking something that's going on there. You know what? I think we'll still try and learn it. Oh yes, and that does seem to be hacking interface. Oh, and we've just spotted a Shriekling, and we're actually starting to get tired at this stage, so we are probably going to want to try and call it there, I think, as we have some making their way down towards us, and we're still using Force Unarmed, as we do, you know? So we're going to have some more of these beech nuts first. And then most importantly, we need to make sure we have a lot of tea. All right, it is lifting field time. And we got that strange tingling sensation there. Okay, and we've gathered up all of our bits and pieces. So let's draw out Dawn. And I think before we go out, actually, we'll need to drop Dawn for a second because we are going to go and cast a Dark Sight on ourselves. Or, you know, we're going to attempt to. There we go. And I got to remember Cloak of Fog. It is 3 seconds to cast, but it's a good way for us to obscure things. I think we'll probably also pick up Electric Eye just because it does last for a really decent amount of time now. And it just gives us a much better dodge chance. So with that being the case, where to from here? So I think making our way up north, kind of towards the Forge of Wonders, is what we want to try and do here. Now, we may be able to try and use a sewer system, as there are a few around here. I mean, from where we are right here, there isn't one all that far away. We could potentially give that a shot. I'm considering entertaining the idea. Well, we certainly aren't going that way, so let's find our way outside, and let's head on down towards where that manhole is meant to be. All right, we got a huge boomer. We'll give that a little bit of space. All right, and there it is. So we'll crack that thing open, head down below. Okay, all right, so we can see it does go a decent distance, taking us out here, which honestly, that's not a bad path. That's kind of where we would want to pop out, and I think this is just going to be generally safer when it comes to moving long distance. I don't want to be fighting sewer slimes if we can avoid it, because they will poison us, nor do we want to fight big skeletal theropod juggernauts. We'll just leave them in the sewage, eh? And we do still have some zombies down here that, you know what, we will take a few of them out. Oh, the other one just died. Ah, it is very sad. Okay, alright. Bit of a nasty spot here. We really want to get away from that sewer slime before it pops, so let's just move and leave the zombies to deal with it. I mean, it really is so far so good down here. We've seen a lot of pupating crawlers and whatnot. It's the first time that we've had to dive into the sewage briefly. But, you know, we don't want to fight those that don't want to fight. And, oh boy, okay, we do have some thick toxic gas ahead of us. I don't know if a sewer slime has ruptured recently. We'll just wait a little bit, see if it... No, that's not going to dissipate. Okay, alright, so we'll drop Dawn. We will go and cast Air Bubble. And we will wear said Air Bubble. With Dawn back in hand, into the toxic gas we go. And, okay... Oh, well, there's some more of it here. I was going to say we couldn't find the source. I think it was probably just some sewer slimes that died, and they just haven't really dispersed yet. We are very nearly at the end of the line here, and, well, we did have a Deinonychus zombie chasing us down, but no longer do we. All right, let's pop our head out here, and let's see. Yep, exactly where we want to be. That's great. So, having a look at this here, I think we can probably make our way along there, all right? We just need to head directly north from where we are currently. Trying to avoid that great big horde, though. So maybe we actually do move a little bit more over here for the moment. And that looks like a perfectly fine fence to try and dive through. And oh boy, that certainly got the attention of everything. Let's take down that predator. Yeah, the fences really do help us kind of split up the numbers of the dead. I think our air bubble is still active as well. Let's just have a look at that. Yep, so we're going to move into the smoke here, take this Ashen Brawler down, carry on into the woods. And now that we're in amongst the trees, we should be able to get away with using the fast travel here. But I guess the question is, how far do we want to go? Because we could go all the way up to here and then just try and stick to these trees and then go around that way. Honestly, that's probably going to be the faster option for us. We just need an auto path here that's going to work for us, and honestly, yeah, that works. And we've made it. Okay, darkness has lost its shape, though. We don't have quite as much sight. That's okay for the moment. Let's maybe try and go a little bit further over. Oh, all right, maybe not. But hey, that's not too bad. There was a brainless zombie down there briefly. We've got these big shrubs here. And we're most of the way through, so let's just kind of move towards the edge here. Okay, and it does seem like we have a little bit of memory of the area. Oh boy, and that was a feral. And a hazmat. Okay, you don't happen to have any fresh radiation badges, do you? You do. Okay, we will actually take that with us. It's wrapped still. We're going to leave it wrapped for now because we need to start to try and find some radiation medication because we we're irradiated. And, oh boy, and we need to treat ourselves for that. And oh boy, wow, we really got pushed up against the wall by this hulking horror. We need some speed. This thing is fast. I mean, like, we could try and fight it, but I think getting out of here is going to be better for us. So we're going to try and get wind running off. It's pretty quick for us to cast. There we go. And the winds are with us only just. Well, I say that, no, we actually got quite a bit of speed there. That's excellent. We are flying along. 126 speed, that is good. We're going to get our stamina back once we make it into this little copse of trees. There we go. Okay, stamina is back. And we're that little bit closer towards that Forge of Wonders. A Forge of Wonders that contains the dead remains of our friends, or at least if it is the one that I think it is. Yeah, we are really not that far now. Although this is not a path that we've walked before. Yeah, let's stay away from that big group. I will, damn it. I was going to say I will try and get to that pupating zombie in time. We didn't quite. We did manage to take down that predator. We are nearly at the trees now. Oh, a bone plate wolf, among other things. All right, let's give them a little bit of space. It sounds like they're fighting aphids, of course. There we go, that's a predator down. Let's just navigate our way through the forest here as we are nearly at the Forge of Wonders. And yeah, I can't remember the condition of this place. Let's see what we are looking at here. I mean, we can see the clothes of the dead around here. And inside, okay, Goblin Forge Master. Oh yeah, okay, so some of the Forge Masters are still alive, but as you can see, Valzane certainly isn't. Valzane's remains are here, though. Scroll of Phase Door. I mean, like that would be useful. That's something that we can't use, but boy, just everything behind here is so good. It's so useful. Oh, we got some rotten dinosaur eggs there, and we have our rolling trash can. There's some piles of books as well. Let's just go inspect the others. So, yeah, there's quite a lot that was left behind. We got a cavalry saber down there. Ooh, enchanted wool blouse and the wool breeches. Now, our breeches have taken a little bit of a beating, but we've managed to put them back together again. We still have the enchanted parabolan wool blouse in our inventory. It's been torn up for a long time. I really, really want that for us because, yeah, that was giving us just an incredible dodge chance. It was effectively like a Displacer Beast's ability in D&D. It kind of creates multiple versions of yourself, so it's very good. It's very, very good. Yeah. So let's just move around a little bit more. So there are still a few more Forge Masters kicking about at the moment that could potentially see what we are doing. The Rycon one I'm concerned about. Although, hang on, can't see your current location, so maybe that would be okay. Just kind of like how we've done things before, though. If we were to do this, I would want to make sure that we are doing it as unseen as possible, and we know that invisibility doesn't always work, so we'd want to be completely out of sight, like behind here, have the item here for us to be able to pick it up and try and get out. At least that's the idea. Whether or not that would work, well, I guess we'll see, won't we? The very first thing that we're going to want to try and do is separate it from everything else. So we're going to go blouse and we're just going to move it. Okay, it doesn't look like we can move it, so we'll have to try and move everything. And we'll be doing that with our telekinesis. Yeah, we're going to use far hand and we will pull all of the stuff over here. Okay. And we shall do the same thing again, pulling these items over towards us. Okay, they're nearly on our square. We want them on our square. So, okay, that failed. We'll try again. We're losing concentration quite a few times now. 41% chance of failure, so I guess the chance is higher than normal. Okay, it's on our square. Let's go prone. All right, they're all dead. They're all dead. It shouldn't matter. Yep, these systems were put in place to protect this place. The magic here is strong, but so too is Dusk. So, we're going to try and grab the enchanted parabolan wool blouse. Considered stealing, but theoretically, nothing will see us steal, theoretically. Okay, we stand back up. It's just it's gonna peek around the corner, but we don't seem to be able to do that. Can we peek up that way? We can, kind of. Okay. Well, I mean, no one's immediately rushing over towards us, so we might be in the clear. Maybe. Let's go put it on, just in case, you know? Oh, and which one is that going to be, I wonder? We'll move over here, and where we put the Parabolin wool blouse on. Okay, so we're wearing that over the top of the Kevlar vest? We are. It doesn't look like we have anything on, strangely enough. I guess it's like the same color as our skin, so there is something that we can kind of do about that, maybe to make it a little bit easier for us. I mean, for one, the Kevlar vest should probably go on the outside. Yeah, I mean, that's already better. And it could be that the sprite just isn't displaying, so we can say hide sprite, activate sprite. Okay, so it wasn't hidden, but that is good. That is very good for us. Oh, we had a lot of stuff over here, huh? All of our books, I see. Oh, we actually have some dragon blood flasks as well, which I am assuming that those are they might not be. No, I think that these are things that we just pulled over here. Okay, so going off of that, let's go prone. Let's maybe see if we can grab the dragon blood flasks that are here. I mean, there's 2 of them. We know they go far. Okay, stepping out from behind there. Again, everything seems okay for the time being. That's how we like it. Yeah, whether it will stay that way, we don't know yet. Okay, Forge Masters aren't trying to murder us currently. Very good. Can see our current location. Yeah. So, all of Valzane's stuff here, would love to be able to get to that. I mean, there's lots of stuff in here as well. We have demons in there though, forge demons, which I feel like could probably tear Dusk apart in a few seconds. They're protecting a lot of valuable things. Coins, denarii, just everything. All of this would be phenomenal to be able to get access to. But getting in there is the problem. Now, we could theoretically attempt to use magic to be able... Oh, here's the thing. Here, I didn't think about this. Holographic transposition allows us to teleport to where our holographs are. Ooh, could this work? It is a big maybe, but I like it. Okay, this is a risk. This is most certainly a risk. So, mirror image. Let's see if we can cast it. It summons 2 holograms. I don't think we can if we could place them in there. We lose our concentration. We're going to try again. This could go bad. We lose concentration again. Come on, Dusk, you can do this. Mirror image. Our focus isn't great. It could be better. I believe in you, Dusk. I believe in you. We lost concentration yet again. There they are. Okay, we have holograms on the inside. Oh, if this works. Holographic transposition. All right, we tried, and I don't think... Oh, no, it's saving. Okay, it seems like it's working. Let's go to this hologram here. It worked. It worked. I cannot believe it. It worked. Unbelievable. Okay. Oh my gosh. It worked. Okay, so, first thing, what does this cloak do? The Cloak of Morthyla of Lamaya. Let's see here. This cloak seems to absorb light, except for the pinpricks of stars that move across its surface. It is made of black dragon hide. It has pretty good protection from what we can see. It does cover the head, the legs, and the torso. It is worth a considerable amount. We do not know entirely what it does, but it absorbs light. Okay. Valzane's remains aren't even here anymore. Greater Dimensional Tool Belt sounds very, very useful. Don't necessarily need the things that are in there right now, but I feel like we'd be able to store a relatively large amount of things in there. Like all dimensional spaces, they hold far more than they should, with a substantial weight reduction. So if we can chuck that on, I feel like that would be a really good start. So, looking at wearing things at the moment, there is so much that we can wear. We're going to put the cloak on. And the Forgeborn witnessed it being stolen. So we need to be fast now. We have the Greater Dimensional Tool Belt. That is on. Our torso is very hampered right now. That is to be expected. So now we just need to have a look at everything else around us and decide what it is that we want to grab. Because there is a lot here. I am concerned that the Forgeborn will be able to strike us through here, through this glass wall. It fully depends on what abilities they have, but we cannot pass this up. So first of all, Denarii, we're going to take as much Denarii as we possibly can. We're then going to be having a look at books, and of course, any other ones that could be useful to us. Disposable ones are less important. Arrows could be fun, but aren't entirely necessary. The lesser dimensional bags, yes, if we can have more than one, that would be brilliant. Protection from Magical Beasts, I do believe that is a book that we have already had access to. It's purple, so that does mean that we have read it. We have Rings of Protection and of Perception. We're going to take this Ring of Protection here. The scrolls we already know. There is a heat cube here, and I'm relatively sure that we traded our heat cube back. I could be wrong in saying that, but we don't really need one anymore with our torch. The Ring of Speed plus 10 we shall be grabbing, and the Greater Ring of Wizardry. We're not going to worry about putting any of this stuff on yet, not until we've had a chance to get out. Okay, there are greater rings of protection that are here, so we might want to just grab one of those. The spider box will make thread for us, but we kind of already have something that does that for us. And I don't think there are any other scrolls here that we'd need. So I kind of think that's maybe everything. We do have these interesting arrows here though, like these gravity arrows. There's a fragment of a Magus rune in the arrowhead. It reverses flight briefly after striking its target, then hits another one. I mean, that's fun, but it's more to weigh us down right now. In all honesty, it's an overwhelming amount of things that we have access to here. So I'm trying to be cautious that we're not missing anything while being wary that we are going to need to get the heck out of here very quickly. The Greater Wand of Point Flare might be useful to us, so I feel like that's worth us taking as well for a higher level casting of Point Flare. But beyond that, I think that's maybe all that we're going to be grabbing here, which isn't as much as I would have thought originally. Let's see how we go. Okay, we managed to pick up everything then. We still have our 2 holograms, so we have our out. We are going to need to be very quick after we take that out though. So let's get, well, hang on, actually, invisibility no, I don't know if it's going to work on them. I mean, we could certainly give it a try. Last for 15 seconds. Okay, we fail. Trying again, we succeed. Okay, the holograms are still there. So we're going to go for our holographic transposition again, and we're going to teleport to this one here. Wonderful work, Dusk. And now we run. We run. We're not going to worry about closing those right now. We're just going to go as quickly as we can away from this location. I think we are successful there. Now, as to whether or not the other forgers will be aware of what we've done, we can't be sure. If we do get caught for stealing anywhere else though, the items that we have taken from this one would be flagged as stolen, so they would be removed anyway. So that's something that we need to be cautious of if we're going to get held up somewhere. So having a look at what we've got on at the moment, I can see something down by Dusk's feet. I'm going to try and determine what that is. I don't think it's the cloak. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that it could potentially be the tool belt. So let's just go hide that for a second. Okay, it was the Greater Dimensional Tool Belt. Okay, that looks better without. We have the cloak on at the moment. I still don't 100% know what the cloak does for us. Right now, the Kevlar vest and our wool blouse are going to be conflicting with one another. We may be able to get away with taking the Kevlar vest off for now. Let's just go and remove that and see how that affects us. It removes 3 encumbrance. The Greater Dimensional Tool Belt gives us 7. We get 9 from our scabbard, 4 from the cloak, and then 10 from our distributed bark. Could be better, could be worse. The protection from the cloak is really good. And the wool blouse, while it doesn't look like it gives us great protection, the effect that it has on us is very, very useful. I do think that the tool belt is going to be useful as well. So too is that other dimensional bag that we've got now, because we have 2 of them now. So that's a lot that we can store. And the ideal is for us to store those in our rucksack and nowhere else, ideally. So we weigh the least amount possible. And kind of going off of that, maybe we don't want to be wearing the tool belt. Maybe we just want to have things in the tool belt. That's an interesting way of thinking about it. So, greater dimensional tool belt, we will take off for now. We'll see if we can get away with putting that into our backpack. Yeah, seems like we can. And hopefully we can put things in that within our backpack as well, you know? I know we are kind of getting towards the maximum weight that we can carry in that rucksack at the moment, or rather in the lifting field. We could always drop the compound hunting bow off, because the longer that we have it, the more I'm thinking we're less likely to actually use it. So our torso encumbrance is already looking a lot better after that. But yeah, we could also just have a look at this lesser dimensional bag here and look at just inserting other things into it if we can. It does look like there are a few things that we need to drop off as well, things that were in the dimensional tool belt. There's definitely some optimization that can be done here with our various different packs and whatnot, but I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how that looks at the moment. Now, we want to have a look at our rings, what we're wearing currently. We have the Greater Ring of Wizardry on our left finger. If we were to wear another, that could greatly increase our mana capacity, which I'm not against. So right now, we have just under 5,000. If we were to take off our other ring, this Ring of Protection, let's see how that would affect us. We'll go and put that back into our inventory for now. And then we are going to wear another Ring of Wizardry. And oh yeah, that popped us up to 6,600. I do wonder if it affects other things than just mana. But still, having 6,000 mana at our disposal is very useful. We still don't know what the full effects of the cloak are at this stage. Perhaps we will discover that as we continue on our journey tonight. But let's get ready for that journey. We're going to draw Dawn back out. That was just oh so successful. But now we have this great big city in front of us. And a question of which way do we go? Because looking at this here, there aren't actually any bridges. So did we go north? Because yeah, I'm not seeing any bridges there at all. That must have been the route that we went for. Because I can't imagine there were any sewers that... No. We do know about these ones here, but they don't really go anywhere. So around the north, that really seems to be the only option for us there. That also means traversing the city, which, as we know, is dangerous, but that's not the only way that we can go, because yeah, we've got a number of different sewer systems that we could look at utilizing here. Subways are another option as well, but I'm not seeing too many of them around. You know what though? I'm maybe feeling a little bit more confident than I should. The night is young, Dusk is tired, but I reckon we can do something about all of this. We're going to want to avoid that light first of all, because it looks like there's a police roadblock down there, so feral human. Ha, look at that. We dodged to the side, instinctively, time slowing down. It's oh so good to have this enchanted blouse back. Hello, Screecher. Let's go take a strike at you and then move away. So yeah, it's been a little while since we've had one. We can see that we just instinctively dodge away as our enemies try and strike us, which is a good and a bad thing, because that can potentially throw us into dangerous situations. So looking at the map here, I think maybe not going for like a direct northwest route is the best way to do this. Maybe we want to just try and travel all the way to the end of this road here to begin with. And also take out this shadowy bastard here, wherever they are. Oh, okay. It keeps striking. Let's just, oh, there we go. That's the way to do it, Dusk. Stand still and strike. Yep. Okay, so this is that main road here. I think we're just going to try and see if we can take it as far west as we can. Looks like we're going to have to take out a ballisted horror first of all. And a zombie goblin. Oh boy, that's a lot of dogs. Okay, yeah, so no, we'll pick up the pace there a bit and try and leave them in the dust. Same with that predator. Oh, and that's a hulking horror, so we're gonna give that a fair bit of space. Yeah. We don't have our dark sight active at the moment, but we are seeing a little bit better than normal. At least it feels that way. Ooh, this is a regenerating abomination. So we'll make sure that that can't regenerate any further. We were lashing it with our vines briefly there. Okay, and more trouble makes itself known, and that is a sleepwalker zombie. So yeah, we still haven't really seen what the effects of them are, but I can't imagine it's anything good. Geez, we've got quite a horde here. So we're gonna strike down those that are the fastest, but we really wanna make sure that we stay on the move here. So that predator will eventually catch up with us. We just need to make sure that we put down those that are closest to us. Not liking the situation. It's kind of getting a little rough for my liking. I honestly think holding our ground right now is probably going to be the best thing that we can do. And in that instance, yes, it was. We're going to back up towards the wall here now, as we're starting to get more than a little overwhelmed. Okay, I don't like this. Let's try and get out of this situation. We will be doing that with lesser quantum tunnel. Come on, Dusk. There we go. Good tunnel, and wow. Okay, that took us a long time to move there. Not liking this. Maybe, just maybe, we can get another one of those off, huh? Let's give it our best shot, Dusk. Casting. Okay, cannot teleport safely. Not what we wanted to hear. Let's try again. Okay, much, much better. So right now, we are nearly completely out of breath. We just need to hold this position to get a little bit of stamina back. It will take them time before they're able to find us. Okay, or maybe not, as something already has. Yikes, and they are striking out against us, but Dusk is holding her own. Okay, let's get that stamina back, please. We have a zombie predator that's coming for us, or trying to. There we go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Not right now. We're just catching our breath, Dusk. There we go. Let's try and see if we can get back properly. Ooh, and that's a Kevlar brute. So, yeah, I think now's about the time that we want to go, nope, and then try and get away from all of that. So all that confidence that I was talking about, that can quickly evaporate as soon as we run into trouble like that. But right now, we've got our stamina back. We are in distracting pain, which is a little bit of a problem. We don't want that to get any further at this stage. So let's see if we can get pain suppression up. We can, but we are going to have to put our extended channeling back on so that we might actually have a chance of getting that active. It takes 1 minute and 14 seconds for us to do that, but oh, that was electron overflow, I think, actually, now that I think about it, it was. Let's put pain suppression on. There we go. Okay, and we're going to stop concentrating on that electron overflow. It is less of what we need right now. Okay, let's get that stamina back. Then comes the painkillers. We'll knock back a codeine for the moment and hope that's enough for us to be able to continue on. And saying that, before we continue any further, we should use some of the mana that we have. So first of all, we are going to be casting Dark Sight, or trying to. Oh, too difficult. That ain't going to happen. Right now our focus is terrible, and the distracting pain certainly won't help. So, how much further did we make it? Not that far. Not as far as I would like, but I do hope that we can make it further. And something that will help us do that is going to be wind running. Even as unfocused as we are, we can still cast it at this stage, which I'm very, very happy to see. It was one of the very first spells that we learnt properly, and it has done us well so far. Of course. Should we be surprised at this stage? Should we be even remotely surprised? No. Poison, our worst enemy, as ever, has come for us. And so too has a skeletal juggernaut. So, with that, Dusk, get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so, poisoned as we are, that's not exactly where we want to be. But, you know, what can you do except work with the challenges that are given to you? And right now, well, we've actually got a pretty smooth path out onto the road here. Until, of course, the hunter. But that's not going to stop us or slow us right now. Dusk's strength may not be fully there, but she still has skill with this blade. And there, yeah, that tentacled zombie can't even make it through here. Oh dear. Well, I feel like we might need an air bubble. We might need a few things. But Legionnaires, that is where we're going to be wrapping things up for today's episode. In the heart of a city, surrounded by the dead, tired, and in a fair bit of pain. Dusk has already had quite the night, revisiting that dark place where all the members of the Forge perished. Dusk has gained some invaluable things. What will the cloak do for Dusk in the long term? Perhaps we'll find out. Already, that magical blouse has kept Dusk nimble, moving swiftly when her foes try to strike her. And no doubt, there probably were a few things there that we should have taken with us. Things that we could resell. But right now, we're in a very good position when it comes to Denare, so I'm less concerned about that. And more concerned about our present problems. Regardless, I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.